Well, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let me just ensure we have audio here for all of you who are watching. If you can hear me, please type it in the comments. It said, yes, hello. Hello from Minnesota. Hello from Ohio. Hello from San Diego. Where are you located today? Please tell us where you are watching. We love to be able to send you shout outs, and it looks like we do have audio. So these are really live, you see? We are very much live streaming today from all of our social networks and making sure that all of you get access and make connections through these discussions to this is actually our method to increase awareness to key partners and career opportunities. So I want to make sure that you all get access to these great fabulous discussions to meet our team members from our community who are really making an impact. Today, we welcome the Manufacturing Institute. It's a great honor to know more about how heroes make America at this particular institute where there's such a great opportunities. We have Rachelle Wolford, Director of Program Operations at the Manufacturing Institute. She will lead our discussions today, and in her role, she will tell us more about how she leads the Heroes Make America Career Skills Program, but also how she's helping build a strong, competitive manufacturing workplace, because that is where a lot of our jobs right now are really opening up. So I really would like to encourage you to post your comments, share how you can get involved, but most importantly, just share awareness. Tag your military community, your social network, but also your installation friends who need to be aware about how this particular opportunities can make a difference in their career success. All right, without further ado, let's get started. And please, again, pay it forward and let us know how we can all connect you to the best career opportunities available. All Blue Star Career members are welcome. Thank you. Well, hello, and once again, welcome to this awesome career opportunity webinar. Thank you so much for watching. Where are you watching? Please tell us, drop it in the comments, because right here you got two male spouses, different branch of services, veteran spouses, and we are coast to coast. So let's see, West Coast, East Coast, who is supporting the most? We have Rachelle Wolford, who is a military spouse, our director of programs operations in the Manufacturing Institute. So, Rachelle, did I say your name correctly? Welcome,
It's Rachel, but it looks like
Rachel.
Rochelle, so we're going to go with it no matter what. So I'll respond to either one. But thank you so much for having me today, Laura. Like Laura said, my name is Rachel Wolford. I'm Director of Program Operations with the Heroes Make America program. I'm also a very proud military spouse. My husband retired from the U.S. Air Force and transitioned to the civilian side in 2018. Um, my career path has been very diverse, but for the past decade, my passion has really been about serving the military community. I started in 2014 at the Fort Riley Education Center as an on site coordinator and administrative assistant. where I spent 2 years helping service members with their education benefits. And that experience led me to a new opportunity in military transition, where I became the first Career Skills Program Installation Administrator at Fort Riley. And in that role, I was government contractor, really managing existing programs and bringing in new opportunities for our transitioning population. And then in May of 2018, I joined the Manufacturing Institute, where I've been able to continue my mission of supporting the military community by connecting them with careers in manufacturing. I'm really excited to be here today and look forward to this conversation.
Rachel, thank you so much. And I think I did warn you. I was like, my Spanglish is probably going to get in the way and totally change up your name. So, but thank you so much for your flexibility, and thank you most importantly for the great work that you do to by educating us, by letting us know what are some of those great initiatives that we all certainly can benefit, and then just learn more because we all need at some point. We all retire like you did and our husbands did. And so we all secure a happily ever after community, so this particular work that you guys do can really provide some of those, happily ever after, I guess, if we may put it that way, careers. But also, as you're transitioning, you are exploring opportunities. Don't leave anything out because you never know where that opportunity, that company, that organization can really lead to great career success. So, I do want to ask you though. I know you mentioned a little bit how you got involved, how you did things, but let's talk about that life-changing moment. Why the MI? Why did you ended up in the Manufacturing Institute? What really triggered your enthusiasm to get involved in this particular initiative?
Yeah, absolutely. So, coming to work for the MI was kind of the perfect opportunity for me. So, when I was a Career Skills Program Installation Administrator, I was responsible for bringing on new programs for our transitioning service members, veterans, and military spouses. That's where I connected with Amy Thomas from the Manufacturing Institute. She was looking for ways to build a pipeline that would directly connect military talent with careers in manufacturing. So I worked alongside with her on the Army side to uh, initiate the program. And because of that, she saw my passion for both communities and encouraged me to join the Manufacturing Institute. So for me, it was a perfect fit. Coming from a manufacturing family, I saw this opportunity as the ideal intersection of my personal and professional passions, supporting the military community and strengthening the manufacturing workforce. So I'm really excited today to share more about the Manufacturing Institute, specifically the work that we do under the Heroes Make America program and how we're making an impact.
Absolutely. That's such a wonderful story. And I think most of us at some point, we get really tasked with that internal passion with wanting to help and support further. And there's a lot of ways to help and support our military connected families, also transition service members and military spouses, of course. And I'm glad that you were able to find into this particular area and industry, which is really making a difference in our the lives of many many job seekers across the U.S. So let's get to know more about the MI. Yes, as you walk us through it.
Absolutely. So let me know if you guys don't see my slides progressing forward here, but a little bit of background on the Manufacturing Institute so you kind of understand who we are and what we do. So, our mission is really building and strengthening the manufacturing workforce of today and tomorrow through initiatives focused on veterans, women, youth engagement, apprenticeship models. The Manufacturing Institute is committed to expanding the talent pipeline. We are a 501(c)(3) nonprofit, and we're the workforce development and education affiliate of the National Association of Manufacturers. And we really serve as a trusted advisor in that capacity. So the NAM represents about 14,000 manufacturers. So that's a really large population, and that doesn't even encompass all of the manufacturers in the United States. But it's everything from small businesses to industry giants. So, across every sector and in all 50 states. Manufacturing touches nearly every aspect of our daily lives, from the bottle of water you grab on the go to the Lysol wipes that we're using to clean up, and fittingly, the chocolates that we're all hopefully going to be eating for Valentine's Day. But here's the challenge: manufacturing is growing, yet nearly 500,000 jobs remain unfilled, a gap that's expanding, as you can see on this slide. So, our opportunities go beyond the production floor. That's what a lot of people think of when they think manufacturing is it's just production. But manufacturing careers span a wide range of roles, including maintenance, human resources, finance, marketing, and more, offering rewarding paths for diverse skill sets and backgrounds. So Heroes Make America really started back in 2018 as a DoD skill bridge and career skills program. But as we say in the military, the only constant thing is change, right? So our program has really evolved to meet the needs of our entire military community. And we're proud that all of our initiatives are open to military spouses. There are so many ways to get involved, whether you're interested in skill bridge training, connecting directly with manufacturers who are hiring through our almost weekly Heroes Connect events, participating in our in person and virtual career fairs. There's something for everyone. We also offer a resume distribution list that goes out to employers that are hiring nationwide. And the best part, you don't have to be enrolled in our program to take advantage of it. And I'll talk about it here in a few minutes as well. And then for our prior service members, because we know that some transition out and become military spouses as well, we also have our manufacturing readiness badging project, which helps translate military skills and experience into key traits that manufacturers are looking for. So, no matter where you're at in your career journey, Heroes is here to support you. Okay, I think I made it to the next slide. Our SkillBridge training program is open to all members of the military community. So I want to spend just a few minutes talking about the training program. We offer training pathways in manufacturing operations, logistics, and industrial systems. And while we know that a full in time training program may not be ideal for every military spouse due to other commitments, our virtual pathways also provide a flexible option to upskill in key areas while still balancing those daily responsibilities. No matter which path you choose, you'll gain hands on career readiness instruction, connect directly with employers through virtual and in person events, and receive dedicated support from our placement manager to help with employment needs. So, for those able to attend in person, we also offer exclusive behind the scene tours. So, really giving you a firsthand look into the world of manufacturing. I also want to take a moment to highlight this slide. For those who complete our training programs, we are incredibly proud of our 90% placement rate with 350 plus companies across 48 states. Manufacturing is everywhere. It's a highly portable career option, especially for military spouses looking for stability and growth. Not only is manufacturing widely available, but it also offers really competitive pay. The numbers you see here reflect base wages, meaning they don't even include overtime and benefits, both of which can make these opportunities even more rewarding. And facility tours. So these are one of my favorite parts of the program. Um, these are a critical part of the Heroes Make America experience. They provide our participants, whether transitioning service members, veterans, or spouses, with a firsthand look at how things are made and the cutting edge technology shaping the industry. But these tours go just beyond the production process. They offer an invaluable opportunity to connect directly with employers, ask questions, and gain insights into company culture and career pathways. For many, this behind the scenes access is a game changer. It allows them to explore different roles within manufacturing, understand those day to day responsibilities, and make informed decisions when accepting job offers, ensuring that they step into careers that truly align with their skills, interests, and long term goals. That's really important to us. We want to make sure we get the right fit the first time. Now, let's talk some other ways to engage with the Heroes program. So, like many great innovations, Heroes Connect was born out of necessity. When COVID-19 hit in 2020, manufacturers had to limit tours and in person visits to protect their employees. Makes complete sense, right? But it left a gap in how we connected our military community with career opportunities. We knew we had to adapt, and that's how Heroes Connect came to life. These virtual events provide a direct line to manufacturing employers, allowing participants to learn about different companies, explore how their military skills translate into open roles, and engage with HR talent and acquisition leaders all from wherever you are. So, from the comfort of your home, right? We're all sitting right here. That's how you engage in these Heroes Connect events. One of the biggest advantages of Heroes Connect is the convenience. These events are held almost weekly. They last just 1 hour and typically feature 1 to 5 companies. The structure makes them especially valuable, I feel, for military spouses and families who may have unpredictable schedules but still want access to career opportunities. And if something comes up and you can't attend a session that you registered for, we do send a recap email out that gives you access to the recording of the event so that you can still capture those valuable insights. Okay. And then our virtual career fairs were also designed with the military community in mind, providing direct access to manufacturing employers in a format that works well for your schedule. So we hold these 2 to 3 times per year, and these events feature 10 to 30 companies looking to connect with transitioning service members, veterans, and military spouses. I can't reinforce that enough. Unlike many virtual career fairs that rely on interpersonal chat based platforms, ours are hosted on Zoom using breakout rooms to create a more natural, interactive experience. You'll have the opportunity to see faces, right? We want to engage. I don't know about you guys, but it feels a little awkward if I'm talking to somebody and I can't see them or I'm chatting with them. Um, so it feels a little bit more meaningful when I get to have that face to face conversation. And once again, all from the convenience of your home. So whether you're actively job seeking or exploring career options, or if you're like me, when my husband was getting out, I'm out doing research for him as well. These events provide an effective and engaging way to connect with companies looking for military talent. You can see here we do have two upcoming virtual career fairs. Our first one on February 7th is going to be focused more on the regional Ohio area, but that February 28th event is going to be featuring national employers hiring for nationwide talent. And then in addition to our virtual career fairs, we also host 4 in-person career fairs each year, co-located with our in-person training programs. So Fort Riley, Kansas, Fort Liberty, North Carolina, Fort Cavazos, Texas, and Fort Stewart, Georgia. And these events once again allow job seekers that opportunity to engage face to face with employers, expanding their network while exploring career opportunity paths in manufacturing. So, whether virtual or in person, our career fairs are really designed to help you take the next step in your career with confidence, is what we're looking to do. And then I briefly mentioned this earlier in the conversation, but if you're looking for ways to get your resume in front of hiring employers in both manufacturing and supply chain, our resume distribution is a great option. This monthly resume distribution list is a completely free service that connects members of the military community directly with hundreds of employers nationwide. This initiative is really designed to increase your visibility and exposure with companies that are actively seeking your talent. There's no obligation to participate in any of our other program services. This is just another way that we're working to support your career journey. We also encourage you to visit our website, where you'll find a list of key employer partners who are committed to hiring from the military community. If you're interested in a career with any of those employers, Laura is going to drop our team's contact information on LinkedIn into the chat. Reach out to us and let us know if you've identified an employer of choice, and we'd be happy to help make a connection. And as I start to close out my presentation, I'd love to take a moment to introduce you, at least via headshot, to the incredible Heroes Make America team. What makes our team truly special, from my perspective, is that every single member of our team is military affiliated. Whether as veterans or military spouses, we proudly represent the Army, Air Force, Marine Corps, Navy, and Coast Guard. For us, this work goes beyond just a job, right? It's a true passion driven by our deep commitment to supporting the military community. Each person you see here is more than happy to help and would be available to answer questions that you have about our mission and the work that we're doing, and even how you can get involved. And as we get to our last slide, I know Laura's going to drop some additional links in the chat on our different social media channels that you can follow us on. But I want to take this slide as a moment to also share a success story that's especially meaningful to me, because I think that we have to relate to one another, right? That's really important. And so, as a director, I don't always have the opportunity anymore to work one on one with our program participants. But when I do, it's a humbling experience, and it's really a reminder of my why. Right? We should all have our why. So one story that always sticks with me is that of Jose and Alexandra Gallegos. So in early 2024, Jose began his transition out of the military as an E4 with 4 years of service. And um, alongside him was his incredible spouse, Alexandra, who had moved to the US. So she was a transplant. She was not originally from here and had never held a job in America. With a background in photography, marketing, and administration, she wasn't really sure how her skills would translate to a career in the manufacturing industry, especially after I gave my always enthusiastic a pitch about why this industry is so amazing. But fast forward 9 weeks, that's the length of our training program at Fort Riley. And both Jose and Alexandra successfully completed our manufacturing operations training, earning 7 certifications and 14 college credit hours. They identified Cargill as their employer of choice, and through our network, we connected them with Cargill's military talent sourcer. Shortly after graduation, Jose and Alexandra both accepted positions with Cargill, a company that went above and beyond to support this military family. Today, Jose serves as an operations management trainee at one of their facilities, while Alexandra works as an administrative assistant, where I get to see her now posting on LinkedIn about all the amazing events that she's hosting at their site. So, Jose and Alexandra's journey is really a perfect example of why manufacturing is such an incredible industry, one filled with opportunity, growth, and a place for everyone. So, thank you all for letting me present today. And more importantly, I want to make sure that I take a moment to say thank you for your service and your sacrifice as well. Laura, I'll flip it back over to you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that wonderful story. That is really, really meaningful to, I think, to many members communities who we identified as you are trying to figure it out your next move, but also how to include the entire family. This is very exciting that how both of them were able to capture such a great story. And by the way, we might be cousins out there or related because Gallegos, and I'm so impressed that you said it so on cue. That is my maiden name. At some point, yes.
Oh,
It
I
turned
think there's a
after
relation
military,
there.
it got shoveled into my middle name, so but, um but that's such an inspiring story. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is
Yeah,
wonderful to hear, inspiring, moments where people actually really find, value, but also feel connected, and then how that helps them trigger, uh, really meaningful moments for everybody else around them because now they're sharing the wealth of knowledge as well and supporting other members from our community, so awesome. I
absolutely.
do have some questions here for you
Great.
to ask you. And by the way, I did share some of the links. We'll share more links as we continue to talk a little bit further into this webinar. But I do want to remind some of you members who are watching us from Ohio. I know I saw earlier as well. I saw Ohio, I saw
Yeah.
DC, I saw New England. I'm going to bring you up in a little bit and showcase your names and your profiles. But please post more comments if you are currently just turning in. We've been talking to the Manufacturing Institute. We have Rachel from our Manufacturing Institute, a veteran spouse who resides on the East Coast. And then, of course, I'm in the West Coast. So please tell us where you're watching or where you're going to watch this replay. We want to ensure that everyone gets supported and all of your questions are led or spotlighted to members from the Manufacturing Institute who are willing and so open to help you and support you, and most importantly, just really connect you to their list of employer partners. And so use our networks, cohesively unite of the different career options so that you can get connected to that job at the local level faster, right? I don't know about you, Rachel, but I think now that I know all these great, wonderful initiatives, if I was still active duty PCSing and I know I'm going to one of the locations where there's a lot of great jobs, as you sharing that wonderful map, I will probably start connecting now and exploring opportunities. What do you think?
Absolutely. I don't think you can ever start too early, right?
Exactly.
Even if you're 12 to 18 months out, you want to start researching. what companies are there, what types of careers are available, especially because if it's a huge shift in the types of opportunities that are there, you're also giving yourself time to maybe do some upskilling if you need to in order to shift as you move over there. But starting to build that network too, right? Those connections. Sometimes the hiring process can be super fast, sometimes the hiring process can be super low. But like I said, it's never too early to start networking, to start engaging, really starting to find those employers of choice. And then I always say that 6 month window, that's when you should be starting to apply. The worst case they say is, we needed somebody yesterday. Um, but you've built a connection there. And so as you get closer to that time, then you can re engage them about opportunities as well. But start early, go often.
Absolutely. And I was I mean, I was like huge wow, double wow, when you mentioned how you have a 90% success rate with placement. So, which means that anyone who comes to some of your opportunities, your webinars, your sessions, your meet and greets that you do through the Heroes program, it's really not a lot of sort of a time going, unappreciated, because you will get placed. 90%, it's huge. And so
It
that's
is.
a really good success rate for anybody out there who's kind of doubting and thinking, oh, I don't know if I want to go to, um, you know, another session, another meeting. This is very result driven in my opinion. So, um, absolutely take advantage. Now, I do want to ask you, just because I know that, like any industry in general, we all kind of have to upskill, downskill, and stay up to date on the latest. But in your trainings, or just in general with your day-to-day interaction with all these manufacturers and employers, what are some of those in-demand skills or certifications that some of our members right now should focus on, and where can they get some of those upskilling options?
Yeah. So I think it's a little hard to answer too because the opportunities in manufacturing are so diverse. But I'll say that in manufacturing today, the most in demand skills kind of fall into two key categories: technical skills and soft skills. So, on the technical side, if you're looking at more of those technical roles, companies are looking for expertise in automation and robotics and machining, welding, maintenance, quality assurance, and you can always come to us for a lot of those trainings. But you can also explore, options like getting safety training and Lean Six Sigma. A lot of those you can find free trainings online for working with organizations like Onward to Opportunity. As a military spouse, you get access to a free certification through them, and there's a wide variety there. So there's a lot of avenues. On the soft skills side, employers really want problem solving, adaptability, leadership, teamwork, qualities that not only veterans but military spouses bring to the table, right? Think about the deployment curse. Some it happens in threes. Everything is going to break, and how adaptable and resilient you have to be because you have to manage all of those competing priorities, all of those things that are going on because your spouse has to focus on the mission, right? So make sure that you're leveraging that adaptability. So,
Awesome. That's a fantastic answer again. When in doubt, just simply reach out and ask. And that's
right.
usually the best way for you to get connected and speed, or like I like to say, go fast and furious to your next career opportunity. Let me take some moments right now to highlight some of our members who are watching. And so thank you, Alan Robinson, who's watching from Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs. So much. Andy, all the way in England. Thank you. We have Rachel in DC. Thank you so much. Of course, we have Tasha all the way in Ohio. Ohio is where there's a lot of great opportunities. So check out what we posted in the neighborhood, because we shared a lot of great opportunities out there for you. And it looks like Ali is looking for quality assurance. So thank you. Check out, definitely the list of
Good
the
role.
different opportunities and the role. Yep. And before we run out of time, let me just take you all, because I love to be able to ensure that you make it where you need to go. So I'm going to share my screen so that I can tell you and you visualize it. I'm very visual team, those of you who are watching. So I need to see the right. So when you are in the Manufacturing Institute website, this is what it will look like. So when you are there, ensure that you look for the Veterans tab. Of course, women, workers in general. If you're a student, tap into all the different programs and research first, learn further how this perhaps might be able to fit with you better with your current status. Maybe you perhaps you are in school and there could be an opportunities for you to get into an apprenticeship or an internship in the summer. I don't know, but explore opportunities because and there's some great opportunities. But this is where you want to definitely end up. It says veterans, heroes make America, but it's also military spouses. So everyone military connected. And then right here are where we have listing of upcoming either sessions, but also um, events like the skill bridge information session and future things that you need to be aware and stay up to date. The best way for you to also make sure is that you set up some kind of a newsletter alert so that you are alerted with the latest. As I always like to tell you, just take ownership of that so that you can enroll and stay up to date on all these things. When in doubt, if you are relocating, if you are going from a different location. Thank you, Katie, from Georgia. If you're going from Georgia all the way to Ohio, guess what, Katie? Now you know who you need to connect, which program perhaps can support you. So when you get to Ohio, you can start exploring already 10 different partners in that area that Rachel and her team can make a direct connection. And guess what? By the time you land in there, within 4 to 6 months, perhaps, you'll get a job. So that way you don't feel super behind on searching for opportunities. So use our resources and let us know how we can best connect you. Rachel, any additional tips or anything else that you can share about manufacturing? Why do we tend to sometimes underexplore this industry as we do sometimes with other particular ones that we think are the faster way to a job?
Yeah, I think a lot of people they hear the word manufacturing and they think dark, dirty, dangerous, low paying careers, right? But I would encourage you to change your mindset, right? Think about um, innovative, modern, high tech, and growing, right? Manufacturing is not going away. The things that we need every day are provided by our manufacturers. So you're talking career stability as well. And like I said, the career opportunities are just as vast as the types of employers that we work with. So everything from the production floor to HR to IT, it all exists in the manufacturing sector. And I see somebody that asked about healthcare, right? One of our big partners that we work with is Johnson and Johnson. So huge company in the healthcare space. Companies like Pfizer, so people don't necessarily align those employers with manufacturing, but you don't get the meds that you need. You don't get the pharmaceuticals, the injectables, the medical devices that you need without manufacturing as well. So just don't sit
Awesome.
on it. Wonderful opportunities.
Exactly. Yes, absolutely. Every employer at some point has to hire for everything from those who help behind the scenes with operations to everyone at the corporate level who needs to be face forward, facing our clients to traveling perhaps and make additional contacts and explore things. I saw a really nice sexy job out there that requires traveling heavily and I was like, oh, in my next life that's the kind of job I want to do. I want the companies to take me to every place out there in the US and just go and showcase, our talents, but continue to travel just all the time, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So great. I do have another question. Well, actually, let me really quick before we run out of time,
Yeah.
acknowledge some of our members from our digital community who tune in or acknowledge. So, Andy, thank you, Sierra and Maria. And let me go to our sponsors community as well. Some of our members who are out there supporting as well. Thank you so much for supporting to our team. We have on LinkedIn, and of course, we have these members out here as well. But we have Johnny. Thank you, Johnny, for supporting this webinar. Continue to share with your network. And if you don't watch this full webinar right on the spot, watch the replay and then post your questions. We love to be able to successfully respond to you. Thank you, Kumar. And then we also have, let me see really quick the names. I want to make sure because we pressure all of your time. So when you support, we really, really appreciate it because I know you're going to be ambassadors of this great research to share with your network. So thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Dr. Susan. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Christopher, for supporting and for Allison. Thank you, Natasha, as well. Thank you so much for supporting and for sharing all of those. Remember, we are going to also do a recap and share and store all of these great links. So when in doubt, and you cannot write down things right now, or you are on the go, you're listening, we'll have all the links, a copy of, if it's okay with you, Rachel,
Yep.
a copy of the PowerPoint in our neighborhood so that anyone can access it, but also just most importantly, access the contact information so that you all can get directly connected to the team and just go find jobs, and please come back to tell us and give us your success story because we love to be able to share with the world, but also most importantly, celebrate with you and celebrate our members how our connections can really expand your career. So awesome. I'm just going to put you on the spot because I know time is money in your world. We would love to be able to send you back so that you can continue to continue work, the great work that you do. But on your particular community, what's your call to action? How would you like our members to support you? What do you have going on with you?
Yeah, honestly, my call to action is more about what you guys can do for yourselves, right? So, our industry needs your skills, adaptability, and leadership. So, whether you have direct experience or not, because I know that's a concern sometimes, is that I don't have experience. So, my, three things I want you to do is just to explore. So, explore our training program, see if they might be a fit for you. If not, that's okay too. Connect with industry professionals, whether you're using social media platforms or attending our events, get connected, okay? And then tapping into resources that support career placement. I know Blue Star and their careers and their neighborhoods do a wonderful job, but leveraging our resume distro list just to create that additional visibility for yourself. Don't wait for opportunities to come to you. Start building your career path today. If you need guidance or have questions, connect with me. Let's continue the conversation.
Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful as we wrap it up. Thank you so much. Thank you for your message today. Thank you for the resources, but most importantly, for elevating opportunities that are portable, secure, and to give military spouses, service members, and those who are going to be transitioning an opportunity to really secure quality work that is going to be sustainable and is really going to, I think, could really give you a defining sort of a life experience in your local community and integrate you. I think that's really most importantly, it really
Yes.
gives you that purpose at the local level to really put you back and integrate you into the local community so you fall in love back again with your community after retirement, or even as you're transitioning and you're maybe relocating or going through the PCS lifestyle as a military spouse. It's good for you to connect with your local peers and the community and build that community. So thank you so much, Rachel, for supporting us, and sharing all these great resources. For anybody else, if you have any questions, please follow up with us in the neighborhood. Remember, that's where we'll do our recap and may ensure that you have direct links and all the connections that you need for Rachel, the rest of the team, and just in general, anything else that you might have going on your end, any resources you need. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Laura.
See you in the neighborhood.